Everyone, and it's a Monday, and our lesson for this week, I'm so excited actually because everyone can relate to this, and especially Filipinos are so fixated about their surnames. And in fact, I want to share this personally that I don't like my surname because it means male drunkard. If you know Chavacano or you speak Spanish, then you know already the definition. However, I have no choice because it is the surname of my father. And as a child, I follow, under the law, I follow the surname of my father. But I, I jokingly say sometimes that I'm the only borracho who is a woman and who does not even drink. So much about my personal life. Let's go to our lesson for this week. And we will be tackling two questions, and we need to answer this. The question would be, should a woman use her husband's surname? And this is on the premise that she got married or she is married. And can a child choose her or his mother's surname as his or her surname? In this lesson, these questions will be addressed accordingly. Now, we go to the first question. Should a woman use her husband's surname? According to law, there is no mandate that a woman should use her husband's surname. Actually, the law allows four options, and let's tackle each option. Number one, the woman can use her maiden first name and surname and add her husband's surname. In our example, Maria is the first name. Garcia is the surname. It could be her mother's surname or her father's surname, because in the second question, I will address further or elaborate the reason for this example. Cruz is the husband's surname, so her name now, being married, is Maria Garcia Cruz. And we go to the second option. Maria is going to use her first name and her husband's surname. This means that what is being eliminated is her middle name and not using her surname as middle name. Let's go to the third option. Maria will be using a prefix word or word prefixing that she is married or she is a wife. So we use Mrs. Juan Cruz because what is being used here is the full name of Juan, this one. Actually, this is a very common practice, especially when one is invited and only the husband is being known. And given we are in a patriarchal society, or we originated actually in a very patriarchal society, so this is expected. Now we go to the fourth option. The woman shall retain her full maiden name. So let's consider, if Maria has a father or not an illegitimate child, although I don't like using that word, and actually that's my thesis for my master's degree. Now let's go back to our example. Maria is the first name, Tan is the middle name, which is the surname of her mother, and Garcia is the surname. So she can retain this even there is a change of status. Now, these options, the first three options, is based on Article 370 of the New Civil Code. And the fourth option is actually based on a case law, Remo versus Secretary of Foreign Affairs. It was decided by the Supreme Court on March 5, 2010. And in this case, the petitioner's passport was expiring in October 2000. And the entry in her passport is Maria Virginia, that's her first name, Remo, let me point this out, as her middle name, which is her surname prior to marriage, and Ralionza is the surname of her husband because she is married now. Now, upon renewal of her passport, it presupposes that this is not the first issuance, so she requested to revert to her maiden name and surname in the replacement passport. However, the DFA denied her request, and it is based on RA 8239. The Supreme Court said that this Philippine Passport Act, or RA 8239, does not prohibit a married woman from using her maiden name in her passport. And in fact, the DFA allows a married woman who applies for a passport for the first time. I want to emphasize this because the application of the passport is not even a renewal but a first time to, for a woman then to use her maiden name. And the Supreme Court further stated that once a married woman opted to adopt her husband's surname in her passport, she may not revert to the use of her maiden name, and only in four instances. One, upon death of her husband. So there's no union actually to speak. Upon divorce, upon annulment of marriage, and even upon declaration of marriage or nullity of marriage. So in these four instances, there's no marriage to talk about. And the Supreme Court even said that the Civil Code and RA 8239 must be harmonized. And you can relate to this principle based on our previous lesson. And RA 8239 is a special law and it prevails over the general law. Then, there was no implied repeal under 8239. So, the four options can coexist together. And the Supreme Court further stated, it's part of our constitutional law, that acquisition of a Philippine passport is a privilege. So, the opposite of that is a right. So, here the petitioner has no right to choose whatever name or surname she wants to use. And the Philippine passport remains at all times the property of the government, and the holder is merely a possessor of the passport. So, given it's a privilege, there are limitations, and the mandate of the law must be followed. So, as a practical application, if especially the women listening or watching now, upon marriage or if you decide to get married, be certain what to use. You are given the four options. Make the decision as early as even prior to your wedding ceremony. I hope you learned from this lesson, and I hope especially the girls or ladies there think about it. And I hope you are excited for the second part that will be released next on Tuesday. And I hope you continuously share our page and our YouTube channel. And again, I appreciate the likers, the followers, and the subscribers. Thank you so much, and you take care. And for those having their first day high in law school, even if it's online, good luck. God bless. Thank you. Take care.